The moss stitch, it just seems to be one of those stitches that is confusing and people find difficult. But when you finally learn it, it's actually pretty easy. I made the scarf, which I'll share with you. It starts with a chain of 28, then chain one more, so 28 plus 1. The 1 will be the turning chain. Single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Whoop. And then single crochet in each chain stitch down the row. And that will be our basis for starting the moss stitch on the second row. I don't count the chain as a row. So in the end, you will have 28 single crochets. Don't worry about the curling. All right, let me count these and I'll be right back. I've got 28, and you can make this whatever size you want, but you just need an even number of stitches. So row 1, 1 single crochet each stitch. Now we're going to chain 2 and turn. Okay, let's do that again. Chain 2, turn your work. So this row 2, this is where we start the moss stitch. This chain 2, one of them is a turning chain and one is a stitch. This second chain is really the stitch for the single crochet here. So we're going to skip this single. We're going to go into the second single, both loops, and make a single crochet. Chain 1. Skip this single, go into the next single crochet, chain 1. Skip, single, chain 1. Skip, single, chain 1. Do that all the way till the end. Okay, so we have 2 stitches left. Skip the second to last. Go into this one here. Make sure you get both loops. Single crochet. So the beginning of the row we chained 2 and we turned. We skipped 1. The end of the row, the very last stitch was a single. So let's chain 2 and turn. Skip the single, go into the space, this chain one space, make a single crochet, chain one, skip the single, go into the chain one space, single crochet, chain one, skip, single, chain one. There's your repeat for the rest of the row. All right, that's my last normal chain one space, single, chain one. There's a single crochet, and here's that chain two space that we started this row with. So you want to go in between there and make a single crochet. So now all your rows will be the same. Chain two, turn, single crochet in each chain one space. So every row starts with a chain two, ends with a single crochet. If you do that, you should have the same count. You count your rows. If you end right, you probably have it right, but I would count your rows every now and again. And you're going to count the chain one as a stitch. So there's my single crochet, my chain one. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. 27 is that single, and the chain, one of the chains from the chain two is 28. So I make my scarf. What did I do? The scarf is about 6.5 inches wide, 44 inches in length. I think it took me about 240 yards of yarn, and that was from weighing it. And how many rows did I do? I don't have how many rows it is. Well, it's 44 inches in length. So it's a great way to use up spare yarn. And the moss stitch is kind of neat. I counted halfway through the scarf. It was 100 rows. Not that it really matters, because you're going to go until you either run out of yarn or your desired length. And the other thing I wanted to mention is, so when you start your moss stitch, you have like a row of single crochet. So at the end, I did the same thing. I ended my row with a single, just so they'd match. And I did use a 5mm hook. And that's my story.